She is likely to be under investigation for many, many years. Also likely to conclude in a criminal trial. This is not what we need in this country, folks. We need somebody that's going to go to work.
Welcome back to Harvard. That's Donald Trump earlier today. With 5 days until America chooses its next president, both candidates are presenting their closing arguments now to the public. Trying to harness surging momentum, Donald Trump is releasing a number of new ads trying to paint himself, as the only agent of change. Let's watch this ad.
The American moment is here. Two choices, two Americas, decided by you. Hillary Clinton will keep us on the road to stagnation. Fewer jobs, rising crime, America diminished at home and abroad. Donald Trump will bring the change we're waiting for. America, better, stronger, more prosperous for everyone. A plan for tomorrow, a future brighter than our past. The choice is yours.
That was a good ad. Meanwhile, Hillary Clinton has turned more negative in depicting a bleak country divided under a Trump administration. In fact, yesterday in Las Vegas, Clinton painted, quote, a grim picture of a Trump administration in appeal to undecided voters. That's the headline. Anyway, today she reinforced that message by reminding voters just what Trump has said in the past, using his own words. Here she is.
When Mexico sends its people, they're bringing drugs, they're rapists. I'd like to punch him in the face, I'll tell you. Get him out of here! Putting a wife to work is a very dangerous thing. Wouldn't you rather, in a certain sense, have Japan have nuclear weapons?
And Saudi Arabia, nuclear weapons.
Saudi Arabia, absolutely.
Talking maybe using nuclear weapons. Nobody wants to hear that about an American president.
Why are we making them? Why do we make them? I would bomb the out of them. I love war in a certain way.
For more on the candidates' closing arguments, I'm joined by Robert Costa, MSNBC political analyst and national political reporter for The Washington Post, and Jerry Rafshoon, former communications assistant to President Jimmy Carter. Robert, you first. It does seem that Trump, now, for some reason, he's going, I would call that relatively high road, not totally. It was a comparison ad, the one we just saw. It had a bit of the Morning in America aspect of a Reagan ad. Are they going to run them all weekend, or are they going to go back to the dirt?
Well, they're trying to rev up the vote, not just among traditional Republicans, but among working class Democrats, independents. And I've been driving around Pennsylvania, western Pennsylvania, all day today, Chris. And those are the people in states like Pennsylvania, the more blue, purple states, that still seem to be a little bit on the fence. They want change. They aren't sure about Trump. That's the case Trump's making, too. That's the group Trump's pitching.
And while I've got you, Hillary Clinton, I had the sense she was going to try to go high road at the end, but this race has gotten so damn tight and it's so negative since the FBI report came out that she's had to react to that with an equal level of negativity from her side. Do you see that too?
Well, what's important about Secretary Clinton's ads is she's not talking so much about the comments from Access Hollywood, about Trump and sex and misconduct and those kind of things. It's really about the core issue of being president, about temperament, things she was talking about in the late summer and early fall when she was ahead in the polls, saying there is something really almost apocalyptic about the prospect of a Trump presidency.
Let me go to Jerry Rafshoon. Jerry, I know we talked, and that first ad, you liked the first ad we saw today.
I liked the first ad
from Trump.
Yeah, because you don't hear Trump. You hear Trump say, I approve this ad, but you have somebody talking about Trump. And you don't have, it isn't as strident as Trump has been through his campaign. He didn't run many ads prior to just recently. He didn't run anything in the primaries, and it's been all him, and he's uncontrollable. This was a well-controlled ad, and it was sane.
Here he goes negative. I want to respond to this new ad. Here, it's another ad today. It's the latest ad. Donald Trump campaign calls Clinton unfit for the presidency. They're both calling each other these words. Let's watch.
Decades of lies, cover-ups, and scandal have finally caught up with Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton is under FBI investigation again after her emails were found on pervert Anthony Weiner's laptop. Think about that. America's most sensitive secrets, unlawfully sent, received, and exposed by Hillary Clinton, her staff, and Anthony Weiner. Hillary cannot lead a nation while crippled by a criminal investigation. Hillary Clinton, unfit to serve.
So much for the high road of Trump.
Yes.
I mean, that is a totally negative ad.
And it's a mistake.
Really?
At this point, I think it's over the top. It's almost
You mean it only
It's
reaches
obscene.
It only reaches the people who already hate her. To
right.
be blunt about it.
It reaches
Well,
those people. But
Go ahead, Robert. You're
it's
thinking about it.
obscene.
That is a very tough ad. Your thoughts?
So I think when I see that ad, I just got back from Milwaukee, and when I talk to people in the Milwaukee suburbs, these Republicans, traditional Paul Ryan, Ron Johnson Republicans, they're still skittish about Trump at this late stage. An ad like that speaks to them and says this election isn't about Trump, it's about Secretary Clinton. It's about turning out Republicans against her rather than getting people convinced about him.
And that's easier to sell to them. Jerry, this idea that Republicans, I don't want to say this because I like her, but I do see the problems people have with her in some
Yeah,
cases.
of course.
But they hate her. And that seems to be the one ringing bell for Republicans. Don't you hate Hillary? Vote for Trump.
We're talking about ads, and political advertising can only speak to the perceptions that people have in their minds. They're not thinking about Anthony Weiner. She does have drawbacks, and
Well, calling him a
they're getting
pervert,
there.
what's the point of that in the ad against Hillary? Hillary's not a pervert.
Right.
To use the word a little trisky anyway.
Yeah,
but
I think Trump's overreaching there.
yeah.
And the one that he had on before was a good ad because it was the higher road, and still he got his message across.
We've talked many times. You got a guy elected president by presenting him as he really is.
That's right.
Jimmy Carter. Thank you so much, Robert Costa. Thank you, Jerry Rafshoon.